All right, Badlands Rebuilds, we're out here. We're looking at this, I think it's like a 2010 or so Jeep. It's a Commander, I believe. The roof is rusted out. The rest of the car's in pretty good shape. But we're gonna do a Rustoleum paint job on the top of this car. One of our subscribers said, hey, you wanna paint the roof of this? And I said, oh, maybe we can look at it. So I don't know what caused it, but you look over here, it's got, I don't know if you can see that, but it's got like little bumps in the paint all over the sides. We're not gonna mess with any of this stuff down here. We might touch that up a little down there, but we're gonna look at the roof of this. This was taken to a body shop, and they quoted $2,500 to paint the roof of this, which is probably gonna be a bigger project than I like, but let's take a look at it. This is what we're dealing with on the roof. It must be like, they must have got hail, or it sat under a tree. Almost like it sat under a tree and it just, you know, either hail or the tree, and it sat for a while and just flaked it off. She's pretty rusty. There's no primer, nothing underneath that. So we're probably gonna do the good thing. We're gonna pop this off. I already got this one loose. We're gonna take these racks off. We'll touch them up too, but we'll just clean this all up the best we can. We'll probably just go halfway back on that sunroof on both sides to make it match. Probably take this all the way down. Probably take this all the way back to underneath that luggage rack there. Use that as a divider and just paint this section. We'll tape it off real good. We'll probably put some new primer on it, and we'll shoot her black, and we'll show you how it comes out or what we do to prep it and what we're gonna do. I don't know if this is the right way of doing it or what, but this is how I would do it. I mean, the vehicle's got 170 some thousand miles on it. $2,500 to paint this. They just wanted to look black, so I can get that done. So we'll pop these off, we'll rattle can them, and we'll probably gun this rest. And basically it's gonna be a lot of sanding and priming, probably, because if you look at it, it's pretty thick. It's just flaking right off. So I don't think it's rusted through. It just needs a good cleaning up, and we'll get her back on the road. All right, Badlands Rebuilds, this is what I'm using. I'm using 60 grit sandpaper. I've got a little one, and that goes on my little Skill electric sander. And then I have 60 sticky discs, and they're going on my Porter cable buffer. And I'm running them about 4 or 5, and this is what's happening so far. And then I'll use this to get around the edges a little bit. It's just a paint taker off here. This is where I'm at so far on this roof. I'm gonna keep going until I get it down, get all that rust and everything off it. Some of the paint sticks, some don't. So I mean, this is just a quickie way to get it done. I don't know if it's the right way, but it's gonna give it a couple years more life. So I'm gonna finish up this stop. I'll probably do in sections. I'll probably do this part, that part, and that part, and spend like an hour, hour and a half here, hour and a half there, an hour and a half there. And then we'll get it all into fill primer. Well, I like that Rustoleum car fill primer. We'll tape this up, we'll prime it, and then we'll shoot it. Somebody said to roll it with that Pour 15 or something. That's supposed to be really good stuff. I don't know if I'll rattle can it or if I'll just shoot it with the gun. I already got the top rails off. They're sitting over there by the camper. But we'll just keep working on this, and we'll update you as we go. Okay, here we are, rebuilders. We got this part of the roof pretty well good, I think. It's got some lumps and bumps. I taped it right there. I'm gonna clean this up really good with probably mineral spirits, wipe it all down, tape the sunroof, and then this is gonna be the first shot of our primer. We're gonna prime this first section here. We still got a little ways to go back there, but I don't want it to rain on this because there's a chance of rain coming up, and I don't want to have this all rusty again. So I'm gonna try to clean this up the best I can, tape the sunroof off, at least shoot a little fill primer on this. I'm just gonna rattle can the fill primer. I think it's like $8, $10. You know what I mean? I'll spray it, and then I'll rattle can this, and we'll try to get the humps and the heaves out of it and see how it goes. And we'll come back and show you. Okay, here's what we're gonna use this fill primer. It's Rustoleum fill primer. We have a tack cloth here. We have mineral spirits down here. We're gonna wipe it down one more time, and then we're gonna rattle can this. Got the sunroof taped up pretty good. I leave the little black so it sprays on that. It's no big deal. This here is just, bought that at a Goodwill. It's a big roll like packing paper. It seems like it works pretty good. It was like $8 at a Goodwill in Minnesota that I bought. And yeah, here's where we're at. So I'm just gonna prime this up a little bit here. I'm gonna wipe it again, tack just this section and get this in primer in case it rains. Probably what's gonna happen is I'm gonna prime it and leave it sit. Then I'll wet sand that primer a couple times if I have to. And I'll probably prime it again. Then I'll probably think about painting it. We got a little work back there yet to go, but I think we're good up to this point here. We're gonna see how it fills in and what it does. It's supposed to be fill primer. I've used it before. I don't know if it fills that great, but we'll see. Okay, here we got the primer on there. You can see there's still spots where there's low. That was one can, did about that much. We'll probably come back, put a whole nother can on this section. We'll build it back up. And then we'll wet sand it all down with probably 600. And then we'll be ready to prep and shoot it. This is not $2,500 job. This is gonna be a $100 job. We're gonna clean this all up. Probably have $100 in materials in this, if that. I think I have black. So basically you're looking at tape, sandpaper. So I'm right to there. I still gotta get this back cleaned up a little bit better. We'll work on that a little bit longer. And this stuff dries pretty fast. Just sprayed, it's already dry. I don't know if it works that good or not. That's one can. Hardly did anything. I mean, probably take 4 to 6 cans at $10. I probably should just buy the spray stuff. So, all right, here I'm at the roof of this Jeep. Kind of got her. I just kind of put some paint on there to build it up because it's so rough. I think I probably should rhino line. I'll probably spray this first part up to the sunroofs and then rhino line the back, just because I think the back is just, it's so wanky. I could spray it too. We'll see how it goes. Rhino line is kind of expensive, you know what I mean? I do have the black paint. I did have a reaction over here. I don't know, I put 2 Rustoleum primers on. And it gave me crow's feet, and then it come out in clumps. I don't know if take a look. I don't know if I didn't let it set up long enough, but that sucks. And there it did some curls. I must put too much material on. But that's all right. I'm going to sand all that primer off there anyhow. The only part I really want to look good is to the bump, I think. Because that's what you're going to see. You know what I mean? Look at that. That's going to have racks on it, and that's going to be whatever. Look, she's kind of getting black now. So next step is probably going to be sanding, priming, and sanding some more. Add some more paint, see what happens. All right, I'm going to attempt to roll. I got my roller right there. This acrylic enamel. I'm going to put some activator on it and universal reducer. I'm going to put it in this pan, and I'm going to attempt to roll the back half of this. I've already got a pretty good paint slob on here. I'm going to try to roll this back half. I've already wet sanded it, cleaned it up a little bit, but I'm going to do this back portion of this. I'm just going to roll this on because this is really rough. See if I can get it to look smooth and look decent enough with wet sanding it. It's just the roof, so I've already spent quite a bit of time on this, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to write this back half of this Jeep. I mixed up acrylic enamel, and I actually thinned it, and I actually put some activator in it. We're going to put it right in there. We're going to put it right in that pan, and we're going to attempt to roll it. I'll show you how it comes out. I mean, worst case, this don't work. We rhino line or we do something different in this back section. But we're going to put the roller in there. I know this is not painting 101, but we're going to try it. We'll come back. All right, we got the back part of this rolled up to the sunroofs. It's a little dirty and a little bit of a few things in it, but we're doing it outside. So we're going to let this set up and dry, and they'll probably come back and wet sand it. Well, maybe we'll do the whole thing like this once, and then we'll wet set the whole thing, and then we'll put it's probably what I'll do is I'll probably do the whole thing with this. Then I'll come back tomorrow and I'll wet sand the whole thing with 400 or 600, and then I'll spray it just to give it a pretty smooth look to make sure it sticks. All right, Badlands Rebuilds, we got this baby, this Jeepster, this 06. We got her taped off really good. Went all the way around her, taped her. I'm just gonna shoot the top. I'll probably throw something over top of this, so I'm gonna get a bunch of overspray. But we're just doing the roof of this. We're gonna do it in Rustoleum black. Probably do about 2 or 3 passes on it. Hopefully get it to color tonight. What I like to do is I wet sanded it really good. I got it as good as it's gonna get for this vehicle. So what I like to do is I like to wipe it all down with acetone. That's real good. And then I'm gonna spray it with my air nozzle, spray it all again. And I'm gonna take one of them cheap tack cloths that I'll show you, and I'm gonna tack it and then it's ready to get shot. And I'll show you how I mix it up and what we're ready to go here in a minute. All right, here's we have the supplies. What we're gonna do to paint this. Right off the bat, we got a Rustoleum. This was like, I think it went up. It's like $15.99. Acetone, 20 bucks. Catalyst Harder Magic, 20 bucks. Paper towels. We got my spray gun with a filter. Safety glasses, which help cover your eyes, but mine are shots, so probably not gonna wear them. A good mask. It's the best part about it. 2 stir sticks, 2 filters, 2 for my kit here, my Harbor Freight. Them 222. Your measuring cup. I like the ones with the ounces on it because mine is 18 ounces paint, 6 ounces acetone, and 5 caps or 1 ounce hardener and some dryer. But I'm not gonna put dryer on it because it's 80 degrees out. I got this cool little painter's outfit, and I got a tack cloth. Oh, and I got some tissue for the crying at the end of it if it doesn't go well. Know what I like to do with tissues? I like to stuff it up in my nose, underneath the mat, underneath my spray mask. I put it in my nose. That way it helps even makes it a lot better. So we're just doing the roof of this. We got her taped off pretty good. I got a couple blankets I'll probably throw over the top of this. Got the building pretty covered. You know, I'm gonna drop this tarp down, cover this. We're shooting this with a 27, I think it's 26 or 27 gallon tank, which I've had forever. It's a Coleman. It does just fine. It recovers pretty quick. All right, I'm getting prepared. Gloves, fancy outfit, mask, snot, this, glasses. Woo! We're gonna start mixing stuff up here. We got the paint over here. I'll turn this in. And we'll get to doing our mix. Very important, you stir the heck out of this paint because you don't know how long it's been sitting on the shelf. Probably don't need my hat on yet, but we're getting close. It's almost time. It's almost time. This is pretty fresh paint because it stirs pretty good. We'll show you our mixture coming up. All right, here we go, rebuilds. We're gonna start mixing this up. All right. We'll pull this out, place it in here. We're gonna go up to, it's pretty tricky to pour. We're gonna go up to 18 ounces. It's between 16 and 20. We're gonna get it close. This might be able to do this whole top because it's quite a bit of paint. Stop right there. I gotta know right now. Do you love me? Okay. Now we're gonna add 18 and 6. Should take us to the 24. This good stuff. Acetone dries it out fast. Slob, don't slob, don't slob. A little sloppy, a little more. Woo, that's a mess. That's why I put something underneath it. A little bit of cardboard or something. I know a lot of you guys said you could get a spout for that, this and that. I got time for that. I got time for that, brother. All right, we're gonna shake this up real good. We're right at 24. So we're gonna drop this baby. I already took the lid off. All this is fresh stuff. I'm gonna go right up to there. That's a little bit more harder than I normally use. Hope I'm not wasting it. All right. Then we're gonna stir this up. We're gonna stir it for quite a while, so don't get bored and fast forward it. Think about what my next steps are gonna be. We're gonna put this in that there cup, strain it, and then we're gonna put the lid on it. The longer you agitate this and stir it, probably the better it's gonna be too. It doesn't hurt it to get it good and stirred and good and thinned. And this might actually do that whole top. This probably put at least 2 or 3 good coats on that roof. So I'm not spraying very much area. The first pass, I'm gonna go over it. It's gonna be a light coat, like a tack coat. I already tacked the roof. It's gonna be a light one. And then the second one's gonna be a little heavier. The third one, I'm gonna pour it on like you never seen. And then we'll come back and we'll look at it. Critique my work, which is gonna be bad. That's all right. I do have clear coat, but I don't know if I'm going to put it on this. I don't know if I'll put it on this. Keep stirring it. I'll let her sit. I'll come back and we'll go from there. I got to cover a little bit more of the vehicle and be ready to rock and roll. She's mixed up pretty good. Now we're going to straight it my Harbor Freight paint kit stuff. Ooh, watch out for that stir stick though. Don't think this will hold as much as I have in here, or maybe it will. We'll put that much in there for now. Put that right there. Look at that, I ain't got none on my hands yet. That's good, that's good. They usually say to cut this screen out. I'm gonna leave the screen in today. So I'm using this tip, it's a little bit bigger tip. You press that on. Whoa, what am I doing? What am I doing? You press that on. Should press on. You torque this on there. Well, maybe. All right, what are you doing here, buddy? It's so easy in the movies. There we go, I think. Torque that down. You find your little gunny one. Ooh, won't spill that. Try to stay clean. Let's grab your gun. Get a spray pattern you like, then you pop this on like this. Wiggle it until it goes on. Think I have it on. And here's another trick they taught me. I saw this on the internet. You keep it upside down like this, and you bleed it till you get all the air out of that bag. Do I look funny with that on my nose? Is my nose already black? That's not good. All right. We're gonna keep it down here like this. We got her hooked up. We're gonna spray till it takes the air out. Sucks. We can't see. Sucks the air out. And it's shooting paint. So there we go. We'll come back and we'll get you first look. All right, rebuilds. We got the first pass on here. Put her on pretty thick. Got a little water up over there. I mean, this hood's all scratched up with this. It's gonna look pretty. Looks good up here. I see a little bit of orange peel there, a little bit of running maybe. We'll climb up here and take a look at the front. I really wanted the front to look a lot better than the back because you're gonna see this. I see a little dirt everywhere. But you can wet sand it out. I got some bad sanding and this and that, but this is the roof. But for the most part, I'm happy with the way the paint looks. So I'm gonna give her about 10-15 minutes. Let the compressor catch up. I'm gonna put one more coat on it, and then we'll see. I really want a lot of the paint to be right here and there. You've seen how much rust was on this roof. I really want to coat it down good. At least get it to shine. When you're looking at it, I want it to shine. I see there's a little dry spot right there in that crook I didn't get. So this first roll is gonna get another good flash here in a little bit. All right, rebuilds, that's a wrap. I don't know if the black matches, but it looks a lot better than it did. Got a lot of shine on it. I got a lot of paint on it. On a flat surface, you can put a lot of paint. I think it's gonna look pretty good. I'm gonna let it sit overnight. I don't think I'm gonna put clear on it. I just don't know. This is a pretty good sized project here. $2,500 at the body shop. I don't know how many hours I put into this thing. Quite a few. I didn't sand it as good as it should have been. You know, I'm sure they would have took it all the way down to bare metal and way back, but there's luggage racks that goes on top, and it sure looks a heck of a lot better. So